So guys, terms of trade is a term that we use when we're doing uh, our discussion on comparative advantage. We say terms of trade is also kind of like exchange rate. It tells us, the rate of exchange of one good to another. Uh, and we express terms of trade in terms of price of export and price of import. So if you look at the formula, terms of trade is index of export prices over index of import prices times 100. What is index? Remember, just like in inflation, you have many goods in the economy, so you can't track the prices of all the goods. For export prices also, what you do is that you do indexing, which is basically a way where you have a basket of goods. From that basket, you figure out the prices of that few goods and look at how exports and imports are going. So what we do is just that we create a basket and figure out on average how the price is doing for exports versus imports times 100. So guys, for example, if base year has an index of 100, so let me do this example. What if your base year, by the way, will always have price of export to be 100 and price of imports to be 100. Let's say next year, I need to change the color. Next year, guys, what happens is this, that export prices go up by 10% and import prices go up by 5%. Okay. If next year export prices go up by 10% and import prices go up by 5%, what will happen to our terms of trade? Our terms of trade will now be what? And the answer is terms of trade is index of export prices over index of import prices times 100, right? So export prices are going to be going up by 10%, which means next day I'm going to write PX will be equal to 110 and PM will be equal to 105. You guys get that? Why is PX going to be 110? Because they have gone up by 10%. Remember, when the index go up by 10%, the value become 110, right? When the PM became go up by 5%, the value will become 105. So in terms of our terms of trade, our terms of trade will become 110 over 105 times 100. Anyone with a calculator, can you tell me what 110 over 105 will be equal to? 104.7. Now, guys, look at this. If I find out using the same formula, if I find out what's the terms of trade in the base year, guys, what's the terms of trade in the base year? The answer will be PX over PM times 100, or in other words, 100 over 100 times 100, which means the terms of trade in the base year will be 100. What's the terms of trade now? 104. What does that mean? When 100, when the export prices as relative to import prices have gone up by 4.7%. If you look at this, the export prices as compared to import prices are going up by 4.7%. What does that mean? Exactly. What does that mean in terms of our export and import? This means exports are becoming relatively more expensive than import. Isn't that true? And also this means that for any given imports now, or for any given imports, as a country, we will give up less exports. Why? Because our imports are fetching us more, our exports are fetching us more price than what we pay for our imports. So an improvement in terms of trade basically means that a country's relative export prices are rising more than import prices. Okay, we say this is called terms of trade have improved. And the way I'm going to define terms of trade is ratio of export prices to import prices. And this means for any given imports, the country has to give up less exports now. Okay, why the country has to give up less exports? This means that because your export prices are so good, a good example of this is, let's say Japan is exporting, cars, right? Is Japan exporting cars? What do they import, for example? If Japan export cars, and let's say they import, for example, fruits and vegetables, right? One car can fetch them many import of vegetable goods. So I can argue this, that their exports are expensive than their imports, which would mean anytime they export, for example, some quantity, they get more of imports in terms of other quantity, because imports are not that expensive than exports. So when we say terms of trade have improved, for example, this means that um, a country is basically receiving relatively better prices for its exports than it has to pay for its imports. So this means terms of trade have improved. On the other hand, guys, let's do another example. Okay, let's do an example where next year, let's say PX is going up by 5%, so it's 105, and PM is going up by 7%, so it's 107. Okay, and base year, of course, the index is value of the index is 100. So your base year index is 100, right? What happens next year is this: PX is 105, PM is 107. What's the value of my terms of trade? Sorry. So 105 over 107 times 100, which means the value is gone below 100, which is how much? 98.13. This means for any given exports, guys, I will for any given imports, I will now give up more of my exports. My imports are more expensive than exports, right? So let me write this. Giving up more exports. Also, I would say this, another way I can write this is this, that exports are becoming relatively cheaper than imports. My question to you guys is this, that is it good to have cheaper exports? I mean, what's the more desirable? Expensive exports, cheaper exports, and so on. That's exactly what I was about to ask as well. Is it a disadvantage for us, our exports to be cheap and all that? And your answer should depend on something which we talked about earlier as well, that it should depend on elasticity of demand. For example, if tomorrow you have to go to university in UK, and the price of a university, for example, let's say Cambridge or Oxford or whatever, they become expensive. Do you think their demand will go down? No, demand is inelastic for their goods, which would mean that sometimes what happens is this, that your price may go up, and it may not necessarily be bad for you because your demand is inelastic. But sometimes it may also happen your price goes down, right? Like for Pakistan, for example, if the exports are cheaper, then Pakistan may gain because they are in a very elastic demand. So when you have an elastic demand and the price goes down, the revenue goes up. But when you have an inelastic demand and the price goes down, then you lose revenue. So whether terms of trade improvement is good news or not for you depends on the elasticity of demand for you. You know, if the elasticity of demand is low or inelastic, in other words, then it's actually good news for us for that matter whenever the price goes up for us. Because inelastic goods, price goes up, quantity will not fall up by that much, total revenue will go up. Make sense? Uh, does that make sense, guys? So the idea of terms of trade standalone may not make sense to us unless we look at in the context of who is selling the good. Is it somebody who has elastic demand or inelastic demand? Because price going up, if I say, hey, terms of trade has gone up, you'll be like, hey, amazing, good news. But then next you know is your exports are going down. What would that mean? If terms of trade is going up and yet exports are going down, this would mean that the demand must have been elastic. Otherwise, it should be good news for us. Make sense? Because we're giving up less exports. So it all depends on elasticity of demand. That's something which I'm going to talk about, but I wanted to sort of explain the idea here at least, okay, that terms of trade improvement isn't necessarily a good thing. It all depends on whether you have an elastic or inelastic demand. Okay. And by the way, terms of trade is different from balance of trade. You know, when you look at balance of trade, I want you guys to write this. Just balance of trade is basically export minus imports, export revenue minus import revenue. And export revenue is basically, like px times uh, px times qx minus pm times qm. So balance of trade would have revenue from exports or export expenditure or revenue done by foreigners, of course, minus the import expenditure done by domestic consumers or domestic firms. Are you all with me? Does that make sense? So export expenditure minus import expenditure will be your balance of trade, right? Versus terms of trade is, remember, terms of trade is uh, simply the ratio of prices px over pm times 100. So we need to understand terms of trade and balance of trade are different. And terms of trade, for me, probably what matters more is not terms of trade, but balance of trade. Why? Why would balance of trade matter more for me than terms of trade? Anyone? Why would balance of trade be more important for us? Hania, any idea? Also, ratio of prices are not going to help me if I don't make money, right? For me, this is money, right? This is where the country's well-being will go up when x minus m is probably, like greater than zero. If x minus m is greater than zero, this is basically country running into what we call a current account or balance of trade surplus. When x minus m is greater than zero, more goods are going out than coming in, which means more dollar is probably coming in. Country might have more dollar pouring into the economy. If you pick up a newspaper, Pakistan is always sort of discussing about why are our foreign reserves so low. The reason why our foreign reserves are so low is because we run into what we call a current account deficit. If current account is in a surplus, your dollar will be flowing into the economy. We will be running into a surplus. So our foreign reserves will be really important and will be growing and all that. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, I want to now talk about basically quickly a discussion about what can make our terms of trade to change, or what are the factors that can make terms of trade to go up or down. And by the way, we just discussed this that terms of trade going up and down doesn't necessarily mean good or bad news. It all depends on basically what is happening to our balance of trade, which is price times quantity rather than terms of trade. Okay, does that make sense? Any question before we move on? Okay, the first factor I want to discuss is basically called exchange rate. When the exchange rate of a country, for example, go up, okay, let's say exchange rate goes up. If the exchange rate goes up, we know this. If the exchange rate goes up, we know this, exports will become expensive and imports will become cheaper. Isn't that true? And if that's the case, then what will happen to terms of trade? Terms of trade is PX over PM. So PX is going up, PM is going down. Any idea what will happen to terms of trade? Will it go up or go down? The denominator is becoming smaller, the numerator is becoming bigger, which means terms of trade will improve. Make sense? So when the exchange rate go up, terms of trade go up. Now, if your exchange rate goes up, we know this. If you're selling inelastic good, that's great news because that would mean you will make a lot of revenue. But if you're selling an elastic good, that will be bad news for you. So it all depends on how your elastic, whether your good is elastic or inelastic. But we say this that a rise in the exchange rate will cause a fall in the price of import goods, resulting in the terms of trade to basically improve. Uh, Imported good will become cheaper and exported good will become expensive. Secondly, guys, is inflation. When the price level of an economy go up, if inflation is happening, sorry, I'm just choosing a color the projector is showing. So when the price level is going up, is inflation good or bad for the economy? By the way, we've done the chapter. Is inflation good or bad? Yeah, but normally, whenever somebody says inflation is happening, you should say it's not good, unless the rate is really low, like less than 5%, right? But let's say inflation is happening. I would say exports are becoming expensive and imports are becoming cheaper. Isn't that true? Why are imports? I mean, exports are becoming expensive, imports are becoming relatively cheaper. But let's say exports are becoming expensive. What will happen to your terms of trade? Terms of trade will be PX over PM. PX will go up and the terms of trade will go up again. Does that make sense? So even with inflation, we know that the terms of trade is going to improve, but it's not necessarily, again, a good thing because normally inflation will make you less competitive. Yeah. If inflation is happening, it's going to make you less competitive. Why? Because your goods are more expensive than other countries' goods. Got it? In what way inflation is good for the economy? Zamin, we said anything less than 5% will be desirable inflation because that's promoting competition in the economy. No, less than 5% inflation. Inelastic goods, of course, will save you, but inflation is bad unless the rate is less than 5%. Then comes, guys, demand for exports and imports. What if demand for exports go up? If demand for exports go up, we know export prices will go up, right? Because demand goes up, price goes up. And if price of exports go up, what happens to your terms of trade? Improve, because terms of trade is PX over P, right? So that's why terms of trade will go up. Is that a good thing? Because of this reason, is that a good thing? What's your name? Sorry, Temur. Is that a good thing? Anyone? Is that a good thing? I would say yes. Despite the elasticity, demand is going up, price is going up. Demand is going up, which means price is going up. That's not a bad thing for us, because it means that a good is more desired, and therefore people are willing to pay a premium for that. So I'm going to say it's not bad. That's a good reason for terms of trade to go up. Okay. Similarly, guys, what happens if the productivity goes up for a firm? Anyone? What happens? Sorry, what's your name? Mustafa's brother. What's your name? No, Mustafa's brother. Ibrahim. What will happen if there's a rise in productivity? Is that a good factor or a bad factor if productivity goes up for an organization? It's a good factor. What's the impact of productivity on the price of a good? Very good. Good job. So productivity goes up. Productivity goes up. The price of exports should go down. Isn't that true? Why? Because that's what we learned, that higher productivity will make your good to be cheaper, which is good thing, because that would mean our goods are becoming more competitive. But what happens to my terms of trade as a result, guys? PX over PM. What happens to PX? PX will fall, but the terms of trade will also go down. Now, the reason of why the terms of trade is going down is actually a good reason. So remember, the reason why I keep on talking about this is that terms of trade going down isn't necessarily bad, or terms of trade going up isn't necessarily good. We need to know more about why is terms of trade going down, and is the good elastic or inelastic. All of this matter for us to actually make a judgment about whether terms of trade increasing or decreasing is a bad thing or not. Make sense? Similarly, guys, if there's a change in income, you know, if income, if domestic incomes go up, okay, if domestic incomes go up, what do you think will happen to your demand for demand? Wasif, I'm going to read your comment in 1 minute, okay? What do you think will happen to your demand for foreign goods if incomes go up? You will rather want to buy more of foreign goods, right? So demand for foreign goods will go up. Demand for foreign goods typically go up, right? And as a result, what will happen to your price of imports? Price of imports will increase. What will happen to your terms of trade, which is PX over PM? PM goes up. What happens to your terms of trade? It will go down. Is that a good thing for the country? We don't know. Honestly, not necessarily. But we know if somebody asks you what will happen in terms of trade, you need to know what. But whether it's going to be good or bad, we need to know more. I mean, if you look at from a perspective that people are buying more foreign goods is good for a standard of living, maybe yes. But if you look at from the perspective of okay, but what about our country's trade position, right? So people probably are buying less domestic goods and more foreign goods and so on. Make sense? Are we good? So changes in income could also have a. Wasif said, while you increase productivity, the cost of production for producing another of the good becomes cheaper, raising the competition in the international market. And you're right, exactly. Terms of trade will decrease. Wasif, I agree with you. Guys, does that make sense? Number 5. Are we happy with number 5? Do we get the idea of number 5? Okay. So this is the story for terms of trade. Now, what I want to talk about next is basically, Zamin, what I'm saying is that if the domestic incomes are going up, demand for foreign goods will go up. And when the demand for foreign goods go up, imports will become expensive, causing PX over PM denominator to become bigger, and therefore terms of trade to go down. Okay. Now, guys, what I want to talk about next is basically something to do with your. I'm just going to talk about balance of payment tomorrow, but I want to talk about this idea that relationship between terms of trade and balance of trade, something which we've just been talking about. And for me or for us, the terms of trade is important, but balance of trade is more important. Okay. So terms of trade is PX over PM times 100, but balance of trade is PX times QX minus PM times QM. Okay. Now I'm going to do a couple of cases here. What if exports are elastic? Okay. Okay. Case number 1 is, let's write this. So let's write relationship between terms of trade and balance of trade. Okay. So terms of trade is PX or PM times 100 is your terms of trade, and PX times QX minus PM times QM is your balance of it. Got it? Now, what if exports are elastic? If exports are elastic, guys, what will happen? If exports are elastic and price of exports go up, then what will happen, guys? If exports are elastic and price of export go up, I know this, price of exports go up, your terms of trade, which is equal to px over pm, px goes up, which means terms of trade will go up, right? But when the price of exports go up, the quantity of exports will go down by much more. Isn't that true? Which would mean if you look at balance of trade, your revenue from exports, which is equal to px times qx, will fall, which would mean, guys, your balance of trade, by the way, this is big X. Px times Qx is big X. Balance of trade, which is X minus M, right? Which is X minus M. X is going to fall, causing X minus M or balance of trade to fall, right? So what I'm trying to say is this, that although we might think that terms of trade improvement is desirable, but at the same time, an improvement in the terms of trade, because your balance of trade to worsen if your goods are elastic, because export revenue will fall, and that means it's not really desirable when the goods are elastic. On the other hand, do you guys get that? There's an idea that I just talked about, that if the goods are elastic, you would rather want terms of trade to worsen. In fact, China is a great example. They try to make sure that the export prices are their terms of trade worsening is good news for them, because whenever they're selling for elastic goods, whenever they're selling, they want the terms of trade to be bad, because that makes their goods to be cheaper in the global market. Makes sense? But if you look at countries that are selling inelastic goods, right? When your exports are inelastic, let's write this. When the exports are inelastic, okay, and the price of exports go up, terms of trade to definitely go up. But what about price of exports go up and goods are inelastic? Quantity exports will fall by much less as inelastic, and that would mean, basically, guys, that would mean that export expenditure will rise, causing X minus M to go up, or balance of trade to improve. Okay, so if I am, for example, a country selling inelastic goods, like Germany is a great example, selling a lot of inelastic goods. For them, whenever the euro appreciates in the market, it's not a bad news for them, because they know that the demand is strong. People will keep on buying, and now they will make probably more money. Make sense? Does that make sense? So that's the story for the relationship between terms of trade and balance of trade. It's actually more important to look at elasticity alongside everything, because that will make us understand whether because if the terms of trade go up and balance of trade both go up, which is a scenario here, that's great news for us, because that means that we are actually making more money also. Make sense? Are we good? Okay, that's it for today. There's a question somebody's asking.